If you're interested in doing sales for Mark Rogers TV, please contact me at the information below. Now let's talk some ACC Power Rankings. This is not a list of who I believe are the best teams in the ACC 1 through 14. This is not a projection of mine for the ACC standings at season's end or national rankings at season end. This is strictly based on the results through 3 or 4 games for these teams. So, great example right here. Number 14, Louisville. They're 1-3. They have not beaten anyone. They lost to Auburn. That's not necessarily an impressive loss at this point. And then lost to Clemson, good team. And also lost to Houston. So, Louisville's number 14 in my power rankings. Do I believe that this is the worst team in the ACC? No, not even close. They will win some games. But right now, they're number 14. Number 13 is Wake, 2-2, lost a conference game to Syracuse, lost to an Indiana team that's currently 4-0, but they haven't played anyone out of the Big Ten. So Wake Forest at 2-2 is number 13. Number 12, Virginia. We get the Cavaliers much love for playing a very difficult non-conference schedule, actually the most difficult in the country. UCLA, Boise State, and Notre Dame. And Virginia competed against the Irish at home. Should have won that game, let them off the hook in the closing seconds. So they played that really tough game against Notre Dame. They've got a game in the win column against William and Mary. Virginia's number 12. Virginia Tech at number 11, 2-2, haven't beaten anyone. Purdue and Furman lost to Ohio State. That would certainly not knock them down the rankings, but they lost to East Carolina. Virginia Tech at 2-2. Pitt 2-1. They're number 10. Haven't beaten anyone. Akron and Youngstown lost a razor close game in Iowa City against a Hawkeyes team that's 4-0. So that's a decent loss. Number 9, Georgia Tech at 2-2. Haven't beaten anyone. Completely annihilated Alcorn State and Tulane. Georgia Tech lost to Duke as a almost double-digit favorite. Lost to Duke, and they lost to Notre Dame. So Georgia Tech's lost to 2 quality teams, but those are losses, and they haven't beaten anyone. They are at number 9. North Carolina at number 8 on the strength of defeating Illinois. They are 3-1. They lost a tough game against South Carolina and lost that game, I believe, on the road. At number 7, we've got North Carolina State, 4-0, but they're number 7 because they have played no one. All right, their last win was against South Alabama. At number 6, we've got Syracuse at 3-1. They're coming off a fine effort at home against LSU. Kept that game within range, had a chance to win, Syracuse hasn't beaten anyone. Their toughest game against Wake. They're 3-1, and we've got them at number 6. Number 5 is Boston College, coming off a win over a pretty darn good Northern Illinois team. Boston College's loss is against Florida State. So no great wins for BC, but they did lose to Florida State. They're 3-1. We've got them at number 5. Next, we've got Duke at number 4, coming off an impressive win over Georgia Tech. Duke's lone loss is to Northwestern, now a top 15 team in the country. The Northwestern Wildcats are 4-0, having defeated Stanford. So the transitive property looks good for Duke right now at 3-1 with a Northwestern loss and the Georgia Tech win. At number 3, we've got Florida State. The Seminoles are 3-0, having defeated Boston College in South Florida. We've got at number 2, Miami, with a big overtime win at home against Nebraska. The Canes have not looked overly impressive, but they are undefeated. And then at number 1, we've got Clemson with a 1 win over Louisville. Much is going to change here. We've got Clemson taking on Notre Dame. We've got a number of games in the conference coming up. We thought this was a good time to knock out some power rankings because most of the non-conference games are in the books. We're starting conference play now through week 4. That's our list of ACC power rankings. Need to hear from you now on Mark Rogers TV.